Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a reading for Leo. This is collective. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements. You're likely to find a message in there. Now, this could be related to a past, present, or future person. It is simply whatever spirit would like to discuss today. If you do like your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It will help pass the message on to anybody else that needs to hear it. And if you do want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know what it is that, or when it is that I post new content. Not what it is. Right, okay. Let's get into this for you. Can we get some more cards, please, Spirit, for Leo? Okay, so your overall energy then, you've come to an end of a cycle. You've got the World card. Something has come to an end. You're at the end of a chapter. You're ready to start something new. You're very much closing something out. Now, whatever that is, it could be anything. It could be an end of a relationship, an end of a thought pattern, just an end of a cycle. Very much you ready to start something new, and it will be something that is different. It's not being the same. It's not being on the same wheel over and over again. It's simply starting again. And I've just spotted, I've never seen that before on this card. There's a turtle swimming in the back corner. And then you've got some like vampire teeth. So maybe something's coming along for you around Halloween. Maybe you'll be ending something around then or starting your new cycle then. We've got some wings as well. And then it looks like some bull horns. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be lion's teeth, but it definitely looks like vampire teeth. Not quite sure if you can see it down in the bottom corner. And then the turtle's really faint up in this top. And then you can just about see some wings. And like I said, I don't know if that's some like bull horns or something. Anyway, so yeah, so you're coming to the end of some sort of cycle. Very much ready to start a new phase. Now, in your particular position, we have a Four of Cups. So if this is a relationship or something that, you're thinking of a potential person you might not be in a relationship with, could be a new person or an old person. The way you're looking at things at the minute, so you've got a Four of Cups. So you're a little bit bored at the minute with what you've currently got. Potentially you are not seeing the opportunity that is in front of you. You could be too busy focusing on other things. Possibly there may have been, so the Three of Cups could be very much indulgence, third parties, just focusing on other things other than a partner potentially. And you've got this Ace of Cups up in the top that she's just ignoring. So there is a potential new love start or a potential fulfilling love in front of you, but you are you're not really looking at it. Now, it could just simply be that you are feeling a little bit bored, you're a little bit stuck. It could just be that you are not in the mindset yet to see it. Let's get some clarification of this. But like I say, it's very much you being bored of your current position. And potentially dreaming of something different. Thinking of what it is that you want. Okay, so we have got a Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, a High Priestess and a Tower. Oh, to clarify that, your Tower is in the reverse. So you're currently trying to prevent something falling down. Now, this is generally some sort of belief system, some sort of structure. It's bringing something down to its foundation, something. You're drawing it out. Whatever it is, you're still holding on to it and it hasn't come down yet. But this Tower will be something good for you when it does come down. So I'm not sure what it is that you're holding on to. Possibly this whole boredom thing, this sitting, not seeing what's in front of you. Could be very much what this tower's relating to. But yeah, very much you holding on to something that doesn't serve you anymore, and it's not for your highest good. Once that tower does come down, and it will come down because you've got a lot of major arcana here, which generally means that it's something that's gonna happen. You've not really got much choice in it. It's gonna happen. It is suggesting to me that this tower's going to come down. Now, it's not going to be too bad because it is a tower in the reverse. So it could just be something small, like I say, like a belief. It doesn't necessarily mean an ending of a relationship, or an ending to something major. It could be like it might be an ending to a job, or, that's generally when the tower's in the upright, when you've got something major, lifestyle changing, massive happening. It doesn't have to be massive, but even a type of thought pattern could be a massive revelation to you when it's in the upright. In the reverse is a minor change, but it is still a big change. So it is still something that's going to change you as a person, but it's going to change in a slightly slower and less dramatic way. So this could be something that you're doing over long term. It could very well be that you're taking small steps towards something, but this tower is going to come down whether you want it to or not. We do have the High Priestess in the upright. Now, the High Priestess is very much telling me that there is going to be some knowledge that you're going to be learning. You're going to need to be using your intuition as well with regards to something. And the High Priestess is very much a planner. She's a thinker. So this is suggesting to me that you need to be doing some thinking, some planning. Potentially it's got something to do with this tower. And then we have this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So this is a cycle that hasn't ended yet. So whatever it is that you are thinking of, or whoever it is you're thinking of, while we're doing this, whether it's a new person that you want to go towards and you're having trouble ending something, or whether it's an old person you want to go towards and you're having trouble getting your head round how do you approach them, or it could be that you are in a relationship and a dynamic in the relationship might need to shift. It could simply be that, that tower moment could very well be that somebody wants to have a child and the other person doesn't, and you're having to change your mind frame on it and go for a compromise. It could be anything. It could be something small like that. It could even be things like, you decide after 20 years that you're going to get married, but you never thought you would before. That's what a tower can represent. Literally a change of mind, a change of philosophy, a change of mindset, rebuilding things stronger, but rebuilding your beliefs in a stronger fashion because you've learned something. The High Priestess is you learning something to grow that tower. Now, you're going to need to learn something in order for this wheel to turn, because at the minute the wheel's in the reverse, which is suggesting you could have a little bit of bad luck, but it's more that you haven't finished learning a lesson. So once you've completed this tower and you've done your learning, this wheel should turn, but very much you're stuck in a cycle at the minute because you haven't finished this tower. So very much where you want to come to the end of a cycle, that's what you've got, as your overall. In order to come to the end of the cycle, you still need to finish learning this lesson. Now, your person has got the Nine of Swords energy. Now, the Nine of Swords is very much somebody that could be going through stress, anxiety, depression. They could be having a lot of sleepless nights, nightmares. Now, it's coming out to the side, so it's a bit of a challenge to them. So some days they may be having it really bad. Other days it could be that they're releasing it. And trying to come out of that is a bit of a challenge. So let's have a look and see what we've got with regards to that Nine of Swords. Wow, so they've got a lot of nines. If you do see reoccurring numbers around, it generally means that you're on the right track. But there might be a message from your angels and spirit guides that you just need a little bit of a message to keep you on the right track. So it's always worth looking up if you are seeing, signs, synchronicities. If you see a lot of reoccurring numbers, or you keep seeing reoccurring animals, anything like that, do look them up, because you'll be surprised at what lesson or what message you might learn. It might be something as small as you need to look after yourself a bit, or you need to be thinking more positive, kind of thing, just to keep you on the right track. Now, your person then has got a King of Wands, a Nine of Cups, and a Nine of Wands. And then in that Nine of Swords energy. So they are coming towards the end of a cycle. They've not completely finished something. The tens are generally the ending of something. Now, this person is feeling very confident. They're potentially somebody that's very driven. They're very passionate about what they do. They could be a fire sign. Now, this could well be yourself, and this could be your person. They can be interchangeable. And the only reason I say that is obviously this is a fire sign. But your person can be a fire sign. This is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries in this particular card. But very much this person's got a lot of confidence. They're very good with being the boss. They're very good at being in charge. They are very articulate. They're very passionate about what they do. And yeah, they're somebody they're very goal orientated, career driven. They know what they want and they will go for it. They're actually a really good boss. They can be, somebody that is, it can be maybe a father figure as well. Somebody that is in charge. And you can see here he's got the Ace of Wands very much being given to him. So it's very much them wanting a new start potentially with something, taking that wand and going for whatever it is that they want. They're very driven. Now, your person does want happiness. They have got the Nine of Cups, so they are wanting some wish fulfillment, some happiness. Potentially they are seeing you as this. This could even be you that they're looking at. Maybe you're what they're having potentially sleepless nights about. But yeah, they see, they're happy. They want wish fulfillment, or, if they're not happy, this is what they want. To me, I feel like they are in a happy place, but something's giving them nightmares. And I believe it's more likely to do with this Nine of Wands. So they're very defensive about something. They've potentially been wounded. They are trying not to get hurt anymore. They're trying to keep their defenses as high as possible. Now, this is a big challenge for them. Maybe they've never had any barriers before. Maybe they didn't really use much defenses. Maybe they were somebody that, that would just let people walk over them, and this is something where it's a bit of a challenge to them. So they want to keep their boundaries up, but they want to release them at the same time. When the 9 is in the reverse, it is very much them lowering those guards, letting the boundaries down. This is very much telling me that they are currently, it's a little bit of a challenge for them to do that. Now, how you're feeling about your current state of whatever relationship this is, so if it's not a relationship at the minute, or if it was a relationship, or if it is a relationship, we've got the Devil and we've got the Four of Pentacles. So there could be a little bit of toxicity within this. The Devil is very much bondage, but it can be very much a lot of passion in it as well. It can represent things that are toxic, though. Very much addictions, codependency, overworking, spending too much, addictions. I don't know if I've said addictions. Negative personality traits as well. The Devil in the upright can very much represent all of that. It's very much something that is a bit toxic. But like I say, the Devil can also represent the base desires and passions as well. So it could be something where you see it as something that you really want, something that's desirable, something that you're passionate about. But you need to be careful that you don't become addicted to it, obsessed with it, because the Devil is also a big card of obsession. So it could simply be that, you may be a little bit obsessed over it, or your person could be obsessed. We do have a Four of Pentacles in the reverse, though. So it is suggesting to me that it doesn't feel like it's very stable. It potentially might not be much stability in this relationship. You may see it as something that isn't stable. You could see it as something that's quite volatile, especially with this Devil energy here. It could simply be that it's something where maybe negative behaviours have got in the way, and it's something where this relationship is being released. Let's get some clarification on this. It could also be that you don't feel like you've got any money and that there's no stability, no money to go with it. Ooh, I think it's very much negative behaviours with this devil, because we've got the Seven of Wands, we've got the Five of Swords, and then we've got a Queen of Swords in the reverse. So this the Seven of Wands is very much telling me that somebody's having to do a lot of standing up for themselves. They're being very defensive. I have a feeling this may be your person with this Nine of Wands here. This is very much so that they're having to stand up for themselves against people that they can't see. So there could potentially be a lot of negativity that's coming their way, but they can't see it. They don't know who's doing it, but they feel it, and they're having to try and stand their ground against unknown opponents. We also have the Five of Swords, which is suggesting to me that there is a bit of conflict going on as well. This is very much conflict that can very easily be overcome. A lot of the time, the Five of Swords does turn into the Six of Swords, and that's moving away from turbulent waters. The Five of Swords is very much, there is potentially a lot of conflict, a lot of drama that's going on. It can be that somebody may have walked away. If you have a look, you've got the two people in the background that are fleeing the scene, and leaving the other people to carry on fighting and fend for themselves. So that could be very much what may have happened here, a bit of fighting going on, not potentially knowing who with, and then people that were involved have ran away, not really involved in it anymore, but just left the others to clean up the mess and still continue fighting. And then we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Now the Queen of Swords, when she's in the reverse, is very prone to manipulation. So this devil can very much represent somebody that may have been manipulative, maybe a little bit toxic in that sense, and the Queen of Swords could be somebody that they've been manipulating. The Queen of Swords doesn't really feel their emotions. They are not very articulate, and they don't know their own truth. They haven't really learnt their own truths, so they're very much stuck being manipulated. They don't really do much for themselves. So it could potentially be that somebody's starting to stand up for themselves after lots of fighting and being manipulated. It may not be that. It could simply be that there's been a lot of manipulation going on within this relationship from people that no one can see. Or not that no one can see, but from people that are out external to the relationship. There could be a lot of manipulation going on from the outside. That could be, I don't know, maybe they're jealous of one of you and they're trying to cause rifts. It could be that you've got people that are trying to keep you apart, because that would very much represent, where this could be in a conflict as well, but that, people that are trying to keep you apart potentially could be very well, why there is conflict and why somebody's feeling like there's unknown opponents, because they can't see who's being kept apart. But like I say, there's definitely somebody that's being manipulated within this with regards to it. Now, your challenge is the Four of Swords. Now, this Four of Swords is in the reverse. This is suggesting that some deep healing needs to take place. Now, this could be healing for yourself. It could be healing for your person. This is also a card of isolation and potentially separation. So it could be that you may have been with this person previously and you're separated, and you're taking some time apart to do some healing, possibly because of a lot of conflict that's been happening and potentially some manipulation. The Four of Swords is very much suggesting to me that there may even be some physical illnesses that could need healing from. It is moving from heartbreak though, because that is the Three of Swords. So this is very much, you've got through the whole depression stage, the pain from being sad and everything else, but there's still some healing that needs to go on, but this is more deeper wounds, things that could potentially stem from childhood, things that have never been addressed in order to move forward. This Four of Swords could also suggest that somebody is lacking a lot of energy and may need a lot of rest and recuperation, potentially doing some meditation, some inner healing work, taking some time out. Wow. Okay, so we've got the Death card to confirm. So part of this challenge of healing is to go through some sort of transformation. So somebody needs to definitely heal some inner wounds and go through some transformation, releasing anything that's old that doesn't serve you, letting it end so that you can move forward into something better. We do also have the Lovers, so there is a choice that needs to be made. Now, this choice is something to do with this release, with this transition, with regards to some old wounds. We also have the Ace of Wands, so again clarifying that, you know, there's a lack of energy with the Ace of Wands. I mean, it can be a lack of passion as well. It can be, for men, it can also symbolize impotence when it's in the reverse. So all of these things can be something that may need to be healed from, some physical healing. Now, it could very well be that somebody may be losing the lust for life. So it could be a bit of depression that's setting in. Potentially somebody that feels like there's not really anything going for them anymore. There's, nothing that they're getting up for in the morning. And all that's something that needs to very well be healed from. So this is a big challenge. Obviously, it looks like there's a big choice between lovers or on a particular lover, or, there's a big choice that you need to make with regards to love. Whether that's this person, whether that's somebody else, I don't know. It could be that your person has a choice to make with regards to love. This doesn't have to be you. This is the challenge for both of you. So there is definitely a choice that needs to be made. Like I say, somebody needs to do some healing. Somebody's lost the lust for life. So maybe you need to bring a bit of fun into things as well. Somebody is going through a massive transformation. And I believe that's you, because you've got this Tower, you've got this Wheel. These are big cards of transformation, things that need to be learnt so you can move on better. To me, this feels like you need to be doing some healing, and this challenge is yours, or it's for both of you, but it looks like it's mainly aimed at you, if that makes sense. We do also have the Page of Pentacles, so potentially not necessarily knowing what it is that you want is obviously a big challenge. So having this decision but not knowing what direction you want to move. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse can also be a delay to a new job. It could very well be a delay to money. The Page in the reverse can be losing money. He's also very clumsy as well when he's in the reverse. So very well could suggest that all of those things are going to be a big challenge with regards to this. Definitely the transformation, learning what it is that you want, putting the passion back in things does look like it could be a bit of an issue there. If you do manage to do this healing and go through your transformation, if you make that choice well, and if whatever this passion is, whether, bringing the passion back into life and learning what it is that you want. Same for your person, if it's them that needs to do it, if they get through this challenge, or if, both of you can have parts of this challenge separately. Whatever it is, if you manage to get through this challenge, we do have the Two of Cups coming out to the side. Now, the Two of Cups does suggest to me, along with this Lovers, that this is some sort of soulmate bond. It does suggest that it could be something that is long term. Now, it's come out to the side, so it does suggest to me that there could still be a little bit of trouble or a bit of a challenge with regards to this relationship. In the upright, this is a happy union, happy, successful. I mean, the dolphins mate for life. It's very much something where it's, an amazing partnership. You're in a brilliant union, happy, getting everything you want. In the reverse, you're in discord, you're falling out, you could potentially be separated. This to me is a challenge. So whether this is getting back together, whether this is slowly separating, I'm not sure. You will obviously know for your circumstances what that would represent for you. But to me, whatever it is, it does suggest that the union itself could be slightly challenged or is challenging. Let's get some clarification of that. But like I say, having the Lovers and the Two of Cups generally symbolises that it is something that is, you know, long term and potentially a soul connection. Let's get some clarification of that Two of Cups, please, Spirit. Okay, so we've got the Devil in the reverse, which is always a good thing. It does suggest to me that whatever the toxicity is, it's changing and that it's not going to be happening anymore. So whatever the negative traits are, they've coming out of it. We've got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Again, another very good card. So people, anyone that was feeling stuck in their head, coming out of feeling stuck, very much realising that they can move forward, that they're not, you know, not overthinking things, very much moving forward in their own way. Now, we do have the Queen of Cups that came out in a challenge position. The Queen of Cups is very much in the upright. She's loving, she's nurturing, she's a giver, she's very empathetic, but she can give too much and it can end up meaning that she gets taken advantage of. In the reverse, she stops giving. She doesn't give anything. It's very much that she doesn't feel her emotions. She can be a little bit emotionally manipulative in the reverse, but very much that she's closed off. She's dissociated from her emotions. It's like she's empty on the inside. She can't really love. It's like her heart's completely empty. It's not really connecting. And it's very much suggesting to me that things may have happened in the past where somebody was a little bit broken and they may have disconnected from their emotions. It could also be, and you know, getting in touch with them again is a bit of a challenge. Maybe they're scared of getting back in touch with their emotions with regards to this relationship. But what I do think it's more of is I think it's somebody trying to find the balance between giving the right amount. And the reason why I'm saying that is if you have a look here, she's balancing the cup on the dolphin's nose. There's the dolphins. And she's balancing a cup. She's giving to that dolphin, but she's trying to balance it with them. And I think that's what the main challenge is that the person, whether you're the Queen of Cups or whether you person's the Queen of Cups, whoever was giving or is a big giver is trying to balance out so that they're not giving everything. They are trying to make sure that it is a very balanced relationship. So it looks to me like the challenge to this, for it to be successful, is very much that it needs to be balanced, harmonious, and equal give and take, with, you know, the toxicity and the overthinking very much coming to an end. So whatever this toxicity represents, whether that's codependency, addiction, overworking, there could be so many different things that this devil could represent, I'll be honest. But yeah, whatever it is, whatever this negative trait is, whatever this toxicity is that was happening here, once you've gone through this challenge and you've done some healing, then this devil will no longer, you know, you'll be coming out of that. Both of you will be coming out of that. The overthinking will be coming, you know, someone will come out of thinking that they're stuck. The overthinking will stop. But it's the balance that's going to be the challenging part, which is not necessarily a bad thing, let's face it. It is just getting that balance right. So that could potentially be why it's very, you know, it's still a bit of a challenge at the end. But it doesn't look like it's hopeless. It just looks like getting that balance right for whichever one of you it is. You know, it could just take some hard work, especially if you've been separated. But yeah, it does look as though there's definitely some healing that needs to happen here. So the overall energies there, so we've got Capricorn from that deck, and I've just put all of those back, haven't I? So we've got, what have we got? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We also have, which one are you? Aquarius. Oh, I always forget the air signs. I'm useless at this. I'm not useless, but so we've got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini again, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Basically, you've got everything, and Capricorn again. Yeah, so there's every different sign going through here. So your person could be any astrology sign, any of them at all. Weird that, isn't it? Potentially they could be a Capricorn, they could be a Scorpio. You did have that a few times, but yeah. Right, let's get you a romance angel card to see if there's any more messages Spirit would like to give. Okay, so true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Calling in your soulmate. I told you, soulmates. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So that's that 3 of Pentacles. It's also that Page of Pentacles. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So very much that 4 of Swords energy. And that red flag is obviously the devil energy. Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Leo. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. Very much good luck, and thank you for joining me.